Hello, everybody. This is Tariq Mudawi with the Green Team. This is Cycle05, introducing my second security tool. Initially, I wanted to introduce a new tool for each cycle, but after I got the feedback from the classmates, I decided to do a second version for my locate new files .py script. From the first cycle, from the second cycle. And this is because of the feedback, as I said. This is, in this version, I basically added two features, and then I did a lot of enhancement to the script. So let's see what happened. So the first three pages is like before. This tool is developed to help regular users identify malicious files created in their system. The tool also identifies existing files that are modified recently. The user can easily spot files that are not belonging to him or her. So technical specifications, just like before, Windows 10, developed to run Windows 10. It can run, I think, also in Windows 7. This is developed by using Python 2.7. I don't think it might not run in other version. I think it would 3 or above. I didn't try it though. The usage, just like before, you put Python, the program name including the path, and the file where you want to inspect those files. Like this is here test, and I have a few files there that I wanted to inspect to when they were last changed or modified. 10 is the time span. I'm inspecting those files within the last 10 minutes. You can change that time to 10, 20, hundreds, or 1,000, whatever. P, if you want to print to screen, or S, if you want to save to a file. So this is like before. Here is the new features. With the new feature, the first feature I added is I added a feature to list all the logged in users with the time they are logged in. And this, I think, helps the user to figure out who might create or change that file, because when he looked at the time that the user logged in and compare it with the create or modified time of the file, he can get an idea or hint on who might does that thing. The second feature, I added a code to create MD5 for the file before and after the change. And this will tell if the contents of the file are changed. So this is definitely something the user can use to see if his file changed from before or no. The enhancement in this version, path validation, the path that the user enters, which includes the files to be investigated, is now verified to be a valid path. So if he enters a bad path, he will get a prompt to enter a new a valid path. The path to the file also that the user wanted to save the results at is validated to be existing path too. So I did also a file extension validation. I restricted the user only to use .txt file. This is a file to save the results at in case he chooses an S flag to save the result to a text file. So this is modifications that I did. So now the script is dynamic. Basically, there is no any hard coding or whatever. So users get prompted with anything like path or file name or anything. So there is no hard coding. So that's a good thing. Let's go to the code. I'm just gonna go over the code real quick, and I'm just gonna point the part where I did the modification. So if we look at it, the code grows a little bit. I think it grows a lot, from like around 70 something line of code to over 200 line of code. So here you can see I added this function check MD5, and I'm basically importing a third-party module. It's called MD5 checker. This is somebody else created this module, so I'm just leveraging to in my script. and basically that create MD5 hash for my files. The second function here is get logged in users. This is where I get the information for the logged in users to the system at the time, and when they are logged in. So this is the code here, and then the second function is format time. This is basically formatting the time of those logged in users to just put it in a human-friendly format. So as you see, this is just formatting here. And then the next function is from before, list to a file. This is basically get the results from a list, because when I grab those created or modified files, I put them into a list, and then I write the information from the list to a file. The second function is the search new file function. This is the main function from before, and I did a few modification where here, for example, I put some code for the usage. If the customer or the user put bad usage, like he missed like one argument or something, then I just prompt him to put the right usage. So, and then I did the path validation right here. If print or save, if the flag is S, you want to save the information to a file, then I prompt the user to enter the file, and then this code here is basically it verifies that the file is valid, the path is valid path, and if not, then it just prompts the user to enter a valid path. So down here, this is where I created a list, and the date time from now and then ago. This is the portion of time you choose, whether it's 10 minutes or 20 minutes or 100. You get that time span, and then this code is like from before. I explained it in the second cycle, I think. This is basically it. Looked at the file you want to examine during that time span and called this function list to file to write those to a file in case you chose the S flag. If you chose the P flag, then it brings the information to the screen. Okay, so this is the main function where it calls all those functions together, including the check MDF one. All right, so this is the code with all the features and enhancements that I added. Let's run the program now and see what happened. So I'm gonna run it, and I'm gonna purposely put a bad directory, like the file that I want to check their change exists in a test, but I put an E here just to show you that I'm validating. So and prompt me, please enter a valid directory. So let's enter test now. So now it went to the next step. Enter the file, including the path to save the results. So this is the way you want to save the results. Let me enter something bad. So the path that I wanted to enter is files to inspect, but I'm going to enter a D here, just to make a program crash. And enter here, they prompt you to enter a valid path. So let's go and enter a good one now. So now it created a file, and if we go here, you will see the file created basically, like before, all the files with the create and modified times. So and so it says 6:10. This is the times we modified, and if we go back here, we can see the logged in user. There's two users. This is only my laptop actually, so it's only me and the NT authority system, and obviously I'm getting logged since yesterday. Today is the 10th, so yesterday is the 9th, which actually I was keeping my laptop open since yesterday, 5 o'clock I think, or 9:57 seconds. So, and here's, if you see down here, this is the MD5 file where it keep all the hashes. Let me go to that and show you. So I think it keeps them into users, under users my name. So here, if you look here, so you can see the MDF file. So So let me run this again. I'm going to show you something actually very really interesting. What I'm going to do, I'm going to change one of those files. So if we go back to the test folder where it keeps the files under investigation and go to test one. In fact, let me run it first. And oh, sorry. Let me put a good path this time. So let me clear this. Put a good path. So enter the file to save the information. This is a good one. So now when I run it, you'll see the MD5 hash here. It get all of them to the screen. And I'm going to do something, as I said, I'm going to change one of the files. The test one, I'm going to change it. And then we should see the MD5 change as well. But we shouldn't see any of the rest change. So let's go back and do that. So if we go to this file test one and just instead of change 2 I'm going to do change 3 here. Okay, and then save. So I'm changing the contents, so saving, close, and then go back and then run this again. Okay, run it again, enter the path, same path. Okay, so now if you look here, you will see the first MDF change for this file. It says it ends with 1E3E, and this one say 49BB. This is because we did the change. But if you look at all of the rest, they're the same. So BDD7, BDD7, 1E B5, 1E B5, 43 4F, 43 4F. So the user now has know for sure that the first file contents changed somehow. So he can investigate based on the information MD5 change. He has a time when the files change, and he can go back here, of course, because I'm saying file. So he can go here and go to test, go to file to inspect here, because I'm telling him to keep the information in the file and see when the file is changed. So this one's changed recently, very recent, because we did the change just like a few minutes ago. And he can compare to the user and get some information or hints about who did that. Of course, this is running in my laptop, so it's showing only me who created, who changed, who logged into the system. But if this script would run in like a network, it will show like several users with several times, different login times, and that would be more useful over there. So, so this is what I have. Thank you for viewing my video, and good luck for everybody with the class, with the rest of the cycles, and thank you again. Bye bye.